This week I would like to actually talk about something that's not in the Parsha. And what I mean by that is from the beginning of Sefer Shmos, the book of Exodus, to the end of Deuteronomy, end of Devarim, every single week we learn about Moshe and Moses in some fashion or another. Sometimes his presence is a little more felt, more prominent, sometimes a little less prominent, but we always have an interaction with Moses in the Parsha. This is the only Parsha Tetzaveh that there's no mention of Moses whatsoever in the Parsha. The word Moshe is not mentioned even one time. And it's not for an accident. The reason for that is, the Talmud says, is because Moshe gave God an ultimatum. After the golden calf, Moshe was praying on behalf of the Jewish people, and he said as follows to God: if you forgive the Jewish people, fine. And if not, Mecheni na misifrecha, wipe me out from the book, erase me from the Bible. And even though ultimately God ended up forgiving the Jewish people, so Moshe's ultimatum was at the end of the day moot point. However, the fact that he engaged in such harsh language resulted in the fact that there's one Parsha in the Torah, which is this week, Parsha Tetzaveh, that his name is not mentioned even one time. And I think this underscores a very important lesson for us in terms of how we should appreciate the value of our speech and our words. Many times we're engaged in dialogue with people and conversations get heated, and many times we say things that we often regret later. And even if we don't do that, we many times make promises or take a position that seems to be inappropriate because of the heat of the moment. We have to realize that our speech is so powerful and so potent. Many times the words that we say can have a positive impact on people, and many times the other way. And the lesson of Moshe teaches us that even when he got really intense in his prayer and he gave God that ultimatum, and ultimately that ultimatum became irrelevant, but nonetheless, to underscore the importance of speech, his name was omitted. Folks, many times in the heated discourse in our lives, with our communications, we get carried away as well. Let us remember the lesson of Moshe, and always remember how important and precious our words are. Have a wonderful Shabbos.